My wife said she was working late with clients, so I sent dinner to her office. The delivery guy sent me a photo. She was kissing her manager. I didn't confront her. I waited for the wedding and embarrassed her there. The text came at 7:43 p.m. Working late with clients again. Don't wait up. Love you. I stared at my phone. Third time this week. Fourth time this month. My wife Rachel had been promoted to senior account manager 6 months ago. New responsibilities, new hours, new boss named Derek, who she mentioned constantly. Derek thinks we should pivot the strategy. Derek said I have real potential. Derek wants me to lead the presentation. I'd met Derek once at the company holiday party. Tall, confident, the kind of smile that salespeople practice in mirrors. I didn't like him then. I trusted Rachel though, trusted her completely. So I did something nice. Ordered Thai food from her favorite restaurant. Had it delivered to her office. A surprise to show I was thinking about her. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. The delivery driver. Hey man, I delivered to the office like you asked, but nobody was there except 2 people in the conference room. Want me to leave it at reception? Then another message, a photo. The conference room had glass walls. The lights were dim, but not off. Rachel was sitting on the conference table. Derek stood between her legs. They were kissing, her hands in his hair, his hands on her waist. The Thai food sat in the delivery guy's hands in the foreground of the photo, forgotten. I stared at the image until my vision blurred. Then I replied, leave it at reception. Thanks. I sat in our apartment for 2 hours, lights off, just sitting. Rachel came home at 10:15 p.m., humming. She actually hummed as she walked through the door. Hey babe, sorry I'm so late. The client meeting ran forever. I was on the couch, calm, quiet. How was it? Exhausting, but productive. I think we landed the account. She dropped her bag and kicked off her heels. Did you eat? Yeah, you? Grab something at the office. Liar. She came over and kissed my forehead. I smelled cologne, not mine. I'm going to shower. Be right back. I listened to the water run, deleted the photo from my messages, cleared the call history with the delivery driver. Then I opened my laptop and started planning. Rachel's younger sister, Emma, was getting married in 3 months. Big wedding, 200 guests. Rachel was the maid of honor. She'd been talking about it for a year. It's going to be perfect. Emma deserves the perfect day. Emma was sweet, 26, marrying her college boyfriend Tom, the kind of couple that made you believe in love. I'd been asked to give a speech at the reception, brother-in-law tribute. I'd already started writing it. Now I was going to rewrite it. For the next 3 months, I played the perfect husband. Rachel kept working late. I kept smiling, kept asking about her day, kept pretending I believed every lie. How was work? Crazy busy. Derek has us on this huge project. That's great, babe. I'm proud of you. She'd smile, kiss me, go shower. I'd wait until she was asleep, then I'd work. I hired a private investigator. Cost me $3,000, but worth every penny. He followed Rachel for 6 weeks, documented everything. Hotel visits, lunch dates, late night work sessions that ended with them leaving together. Photos, timestamps, credit card receipts. Rachel had gotten sloppy, or maybe she thought I was too stupid to notice. The investigator gave me a USB drive with everything, organized by date, professional, thorough. Sorry, man, he said when he handed it over. This part of the job never gets easier. Don't be sorry, you did exactly what I needed. I also talked to a lawyer, divorce attorney named Margaret Chen, mid-50s, sharp eyes, no nonsense. Do you want to file now or after you have your moment? She asked after reviewing the evidence. After. She smiled. I thought so. Here's what we'll do. She drew up papers, everything ready to go. Just needed my signature after the wedding. No false state. But the evidence would help with asset division, and it would make sure Rachel couldn't claim I blindsided her. You're being very methodical about this, Margaret said. I've had 3 months to think. Most people would have confronted her immediately. Most people don't get the satisfaction I'm about to get. The week before the wedding, Rachel was stressed, running around, helping Emma with final details, dress fittings, seating charts, favors. I'm so glad you're giving a speech, she said one night. It means so much to Emma, to me. Of course, wouldn't miss it. She hugged me. I love you. I hugged her back, said nothing. The wedding was beautiful. Outdoor ceremony at a vineyard, sunset, string quartet. Emma looked stunning in her dress. Tom cried when he saw her. Rachel stood beside Emma as maid of honor. Powder blue dress, hair perfect, smiling like nothing was wrong. I sat in the second row, watched the vows, watched two people promise forever to each other. Wondered if Rachel remembered our vows, if she'd meant them, if she ever thought about them while she was with Derek. The ceremony ended. Everyone moved to the reception hall. Dinner was served, champagne flowed. People laughed and danced. I waited. The speeches started at 8 p.m. Emma's father went first, emotional. Talked about watching his little girl grow up. Everyone cried. Tom's best man went second. Funny stories, inside jokes. Everyone laughed. Then the MC announced, "And now, a few words from the bride's brother-in-law, Michael." I stood up, walked to the microphone. Rachel smiled at me from the head table, proud, happy. I pulled out my note cards. "Thank you all for being here tonight. It's an honor to celebrate Emma and Tom." Applause, smiles. Marriage is interesting. It's a promise, a commitment. Two people choosing each other every single day. I paused, looked at Rachel. "Emma, you and Tom have something special. I can see it. Everyone can see it. Real love, honest love. The kind of love that doesn't hide in conference rooms or hotel rooms, or lie about working late." Rachel's smile faltered. Confusion crossed her face. I kept going. I've learned a lot about marriage in the past few months. About trust, about betrayal, about what it looks like when someone breaks their vows. The room was getting quiet. People sensed something was wrong. 3 months ago, I sent dinner to my wife's office. She was working late with clients. The delivery driver sent me a photo. Want to see it? I pulled out my phone. The photo was already queued up on the screen. Rachel's face went white. That's my wife, Rachel, kissing her manager, Derek, in their office conference room while I was at home believing her lies. I held up the phone. The big screen behind me lit up with the image, 10 feet tall, crystal clear. Rachel kissing Derek, his hands on her waist, her hands in his hair. The room exploded into gasps and whispers. Rachel stood up. "Michael, what are you? Sit down, Rachel." My voice was calm, cold. She sat. "For 3 months I've known. For 3 months I've watched you lie to my face. Come home smelling like him. Tell me about your long days at work." I pulled out the USB drive, held it up. "I hired a private investigator. He followed you for 6 weeks. Do you want to know what he found?" Rachel's face was red now, tears streaming. "Michael, please, not here, not at Emma's wedding." "Why not here? You didn't think about Emma when you were destroying our marriage. You didn't think about family. You didn't think about anyone but yourself." I turned to the screen, clicked to the next photo. Rachel and Derek at a hotel. Timestamp 3 weeks ago. Another photo, them at a restaurant, holding hands across the table. Another, leaving his apartment building at 6 a.m. The room was dead silent except for Rachel's crying. Emma was frozen at the head table. Tom had his arm around her. I turned back to face everyone. I'm not here to ruin Emma's day. I'm here to make sure everyone knows the truth, that Rachel isn't the person she pretends to be, that she's a liar, a cheater, someone who threw away 8 years of marriage for her manager. Rachel stood up again, mascara running. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was a mistake." "It wasn't a mistake, Rachel. A mistake is forgetting to pick up milk. You made a choice every single time. Every lie, every hotel room, every kiss." I pulled an envelope from my jacket pocket. "These are divorce papers. My lawyer has copies. You'll be served officially on Monday. But I wanted you to know now, in front of everyone who matters to you, that we're done." I dropped the envelope on the head table. "Emma, Tom, I'm sorry for the timing, but your marriage deserves to start with truth. Real truth, not the fake version Rachel's been selling." I looked at Rachel one last time. "You can keep the apartment. I moved my stuff out yesterday. The furniture's yours. I don't want anything that reminds me of you." She was sobbing now, full breakdown. Her mother rushed over. I walked away from the microphone. The room parted as I headed for the exit. Behind me, chaos. Rachel screaming my name, people shouting, Emma crying. I didn't look back. Outside, the air was cool, quiet. I got in my car, drove away from the vineyard, away from Rachel, away from the life I'd built with a woman who didn't exist anymore. My phone started buzzing, calls, texts. Rachel's number over and over. I blocked it. Emma called. I answered. "Michael," her voice was shaking. "I'm sorry, Emma. I know this ruined your day." You didn't ruin anything. Rachel did. She was crying. I had no idea. None of us did. I know. Are you okay? I will be. I love you. You're still my brother. I love you too. The divorce was finalized 6 weeks later. Margaret was right. The evidence made everything smooth. Rachel didn't contest anything. Couldn't. She tried to call me 17 times in the first week. Left voicemails, crying, apologizing, begging. I never listened to them. Derek got fired. Turns out the company had a strict policy about relationships between managers and subordinates. Rachel's evidence made it impossible to ignore. She got demoted, different department, different hours. Heard she moved back in with her parents. People asked me if I regret it, making the speech, exposing her at Emma's wedding. I don't. Rachel spent 3 months lying to my face, making me look like a fool. She deserved 3 minutes of truth. Some people say I went too far, that I should have been the bigger person. Those people weren't me. They didn't come home every night to lies, didn't smell another man's cologne on their wife, didn't watch someone they loved destroy everything. I gave Rachel exactly what she gave me, public humiliation. And you know what? It felt good.